Hey guys, and welcome to EV News by Tesla Red. It's episode 16 this week, and we're on the 6th of October 2024. Expecting the live chat's going to be a little bit quiet tonight. We've got the grand final on, and I know we've got a long weekend in many states as well, so do the best we can. Hopefully you guys will catch it on the replay if you don't catch the live. Got a fair bit of news this week, so we'll jump right into it and see what's been happening in the world of EVs. So we have got the 10th of the 10th event coming up, and it also happens to be the 4-year anniversary of when FSD was released. So I thought we'd reminisce a little and look at what it looked like back in the day. So this is the first versions of FSD, what the in-car display looked like. Certainly a long way from what it looks like today, and getting better all the time. So it should be interesting. We've only got a few days now till the 10th of the 10th event. This time next week we'll be looking at reviewing what happened and what everyone thought about it. Other than that, as far as software releases go, we've seen the FSD merge into the 2024.32 branch. 32.20 includes FSD version 12.5.5, which does have the full end-to-end highway stack as well as city driving. Seen some videos of the Cybertruck using that version for the first time, and it looked really, really excellent. It's definitely impressive that they've taken all that training data that came from a much smaller form factor in a pretty short amount of time. The Cybertruck hasn't been out that long. And yeah, not only a massively different form factor, but it also, four-wheel steering, steer-by-wire, all those sorts of things. It's a great thing to see that happening. Hey, Kylie, yeah, I thought I'd keep the momentum up and go ahead and broadcast. I think many will be watching the football. That's fine. I think a lot will be watching it on the replay. Thanks for dropping in there. On that too, they've already started testing FSD on the Semi. So there's photos emerged of that testing in progress. So that's fantastic to see as well. The fact that they're adapting FSD to completely different vehicles so quickly is definitely promising. I got 32.6 on my vehicle earlier this week. 2024.32.10 is in testing currently. There's some reports that include Smart Summon for vehicles outside of the US. Now, I've seen a report that that someone in Taiwan has received it with Smart Summon, actual Smart Summon. I'm not 100% convinced. I'd expect that Vision Auto Park would go out wide before actual Smart Summon, but we'll wait and see what happens with that one. We're getting close to 60% now of vehicles on the 32 branch. Meanwhile, 2024.38 is already being tested. So they're moving very quickly with these software updates. I'm not aware of too many big changes. 38 does remove the Spotify Premium car account, which previously was included as part of the premium connectivity. So you'll have an option now to use a free Spotify account, but you'll get the ads and other things, or you can use your own premium account, which most people do anyway, because the car one was never quite a full premium account anyway. All those other options are obviously with your other streaming options like YouTube. We've got Amazon, etc., etc. So there's definitely a lot of different options there. One of the other changes coming in 2024.38 is the ability to set custom side mirror tilt angles for when you're reversing and have them saved to the profile. And also you can now fold the mirrors by holding down the left scroll wheel button. Lastly, for that branch, looking at some improvements to the Wi-Fi menu, providing more information on your connection and tips on improving the connection. So I'm sure that'll probably be a couple of weeks away before that one starts going out to the public, I'm guessing. But it'll be interesting to see with this smart summon, whether that rumor is true and whether that it does start going outside the US. Actual smart summon. So this little post on X caused a lot of speculation this week and still ongoing. McDonald's and Elon have had a fairly, a lot of interaction in the past. Elon follows the McDonald's marketing head of marketing. There's been a few little things like Cyberspoon and bits and pieces that they like to kind of troll on X with. So the immediate speculation was this is related to the Cybercab event. There's no real, indication that it definitely is. There's been a lot of little hints here and there. I'm skeptical, but look, just of interest whether there's some sort of McDonald's tie-in. Don't know if there could be some sort of delivery options maybe or something they're looking at, or Optimus working in the McDonald's. I think Optimus definitely is going to play a part in the We Robot event. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm interested to see here for the guys watching in the replay. Back in the comments what you think you're going to see on the 10th of the 10th, whether they're going to talk about partnerships, a small-scale robotaxi network. We might hear something about FSD in China. There's a speculation the Roadster might be that one last thing, though I think they would hold that off and have its own event. I don't think they would include the Roadster in as part of this event. Hey, Hal, good to see you here. Yeah, no, I completely understand. I expect that most will be watching the footy or out for the long weekend, so I do expect the live chat to be quiet tonight. That's fine. Hopefully, we'll get a few of you guys catching it in the replay if you don't catch it tonight. And feel free to leave some comments in the video if you watch the replay as well. Well, I'm here too. Thanks to Sensei for signing up again as a member of the channel. Every little bit definitely helps to keep this thing going and help me to expand the channel a little bit. Definitely appreciated. But yeah, I do think there'll be one, surprise that'll come completely out of left field. But I think the Roadster will be something that will be held for its own event. Whether they do a little bit of information about it, a little teaser maybe, but we'll have to wait and see. Definitely won't be long now, and we'll have all those answers, and be good to discuss that next week. Some more issues with legacy automakers. Obviously, they're all struggling and don't really have much to say about this other than it's another sign of the times. We've seen quite a few of these. So this was interesting. Ford have a patent now to show advertisements in the car. I'm not sure that if I buy a car, I want to have advertisements being played to me while I'm driving, or really at any time. So definitely an interesting patent, bit of a WTF. Definitely was a surprise to see that. Don't know if they'll do anything. Sometimes these patents are just filed to protect themselves if they decide to do it in the future, but definitely an interesting choice of a patent. So for other electric vehicles, we've got the world's largest electric ferry being built in Australia. Carries 21 passengers and crew. 225 cars. It won't actually be used in Australia. It's being built here, but being going to be used between Argentina and Uruguay. But definitely another good sign of more use cases for BEV technology. Obviously, quite a large ferry. Good to see these things popping up. Another interesting statistic that came up during the week, and this won't be too much of a surprise to many EV owners, especially Tesla owners, the theft rates of the different vehicles. We see that Tesla is by far the lowest. Definitely the options you've got for security on the Tesla is way above what any other vehicle has. And we've seen an example right here in Australia where we had a famous tennis player's vehicle stolen, and he was able to track it, limit the speed, get the police straight onto it, and it was recovered very, very quickly. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think there's a lot of hype around this event. Elon's kind of said that it's going to be the greatest event. That's the biggest, most momentous occasion for Tesla. So there's a lot to live up to. Definitely could be if it lives up to all the expectations, but we'll have to wait and see. Really, definitely going to be interesting either way. All right, some more statistics that popped up during the week. This is thanks to James Stevenson on X. This is the Q3 delivery figures, comparing all the Q3s, and it's the best ever at 462,890 vehicles. Yeah, the best ever Q3 in Tesla's history. You can see there's definitely a trend of growth, despite all what the media would like you to believe. And also from James Stevenson as well. This is the cumulative vehicle production from inception to current date. We see Tesla just under 7 million. Yes, I'm going to avoid the obvious joke using the exact number there. But you've got a very impressive exponential curve. And again, there's definitely no signs of anything slight slowing down there. Also saw a new record in Norway again, so they're constantly breaking records as far as the EV adoption in Norway. 96.4% of all new cars registered in Norway in September were purely electric. So that's fantastic to see. And the goal of 100% EV by 2025 is definitely looking possible. So Norway definitely leading the way. Now, this one actually almost fooled me. I've heard a lot of people talking about this. People have no interest in EVs, but it's made a lot of news. Supposedly, a Tesla Model X that caught fire during the hurricane from the flooding resulting from the hurricane. The flames did look a bit strange, but it's now been revealed it was an AI generated, and this incident did not actually happen. Certainly, short circuits and fires are possible with prolonged submersion in particularly salt water. That applies to all batteries, and in fact, many other batteries will be more susceptible to it than an EV will be because it's got more protection. But what it really shows is that they're getting more and more desperate and going to more and more desperate lengths to put FUD out there to try and delay the inevitable as far as EVs taking over. Okay, I haven't seen that. The last stats I saw were still pretty good with the Y and 3. They're still doing pretty well. I haven't seen any in the last couple of weeks, so maybe something new's come out. But I'll check into that for next week, hopefully. Okay, so these are the new V4 superchargers at Alexandria. It's going to be right outside the new body shop, I believe. Very close to completion. This is Parks, where they've just started construction. This picks thanks to Keen on EVs on X. And this one is thanks to Kylie there. I just popped in before. A little video of the Kai site, again, looking very close to being ready to open. Thanks, Kylie, for that. And we've also got a X post here from the electrical contractors for the Bankstown site, which I believe is 6 version 4s, again, near completion. So there's quite a bit of supercharger activity there that is very close to completion, which is great to see. Little post from Tesla Charging, plus 23% year over year. Supercharger stalls delivered 1.4 terawatt hours, again, plus 27% year over year, saving 150 million gallons of gasoline. So good stats there, again, showing some good growth, which, we need to try get those charging locations keeping up with the growth of EV sales, that's for sure. Good video I saw yesterday, I think it was, by the YouTube channel Engineering Explained. Again, talking about the degradation effects of fast charging. I've had a couple of discussions on this over the last few weeks. And I'll stress that this information is just for interest only. I don't want people to get too stressed out about maximizing life and degradation issues. I strongly believe if you've got a good EV, that unless you're doing something really extreme, your battery's going to outlast the life you'd expect from any car. We're expecting 20 years plus from these batteries, and probably with the newer ones even more. At the end of the day, if you're compromising your use of the car just to save, maybe a 1% improvement in your life of your battery, it's not worth the effort, really. Just to enjoy the car, obviously, try and work around some of the stuff. These are bits of advice you get from reputable sources, and definitely do your own research. Don't take my word for anything. But at the end of the day, it's the use of the car. It's not going to make that much difference in the long run. Just enjoy the car more than stress too much about battery degradation. However, just for interest, and I do find this interesting, there's definitely a consensus that the faster you charge, the more degradation is going to occur. As we saw in the study we talked about a couple of weeks ago, if you're charging at high speed from a higher rate of charge, that's definitely going to be worse than if you're doing it from a lower rate of charge or at a lower speed. So all those factors play a part. Temperature definitely also plays a part. Lower temperatures, will result in higher degradation. Although with both those things, the system, especially in the Tesla, takes care of all that, and it limits the charge rate as you get to higher charge rate, to higher rates of charge, higher states of charge, I should say. It also does the heating, and it will limit the charge rate until the battery's at the right temperature, all those sorts of things. So, like I say, enjoy the car. The car's going to take care of most of those things. The real takeaway is that pretty much all these factors are taken into account by a good EV. In fact, there have been studies that for Tesla vehicles showing that no statistically significant difference in range degradation between vehicles which were charged fast charged 70% of the time, compared to cheap vehicles that only fast charge 30% of the time. So yeah, look, I think the cars look after a lot of this stuff for you. I've seen another study though with the Nissan Leaf, for example, where they had a 5% increase in degradation over 50,000 miles due to fast charging. Now, the Leaf doesn't have any of those thermal and battery management that the Tesla has. So that shows you what the difference the car makes. Like I said, the bottom line is that the EV degradation rate is such that your EV battery, if you've got a decent, reputable supplier from a mainstream, one of the mainstream brands, the BYDs, the Teslas, etc., you should have at least 20 years of life in your battery. Look, I think the Teslas should get even more than that, especially the newer ones. LFP, certainly there's a slight advantage there. There also is drawbacks on having an LFP over an NMC as well. There's certainly faster charging in an NMC, the energy density, they're a bit faster, that kind of stuff. Hey, Kev, good to see you. Yeah, exactly. So, the car does all those sorts of things anyway, so I don't see it's something that people should worry about. I know it's of interest to a lot of people, though, so that's why I bring it up. But I just caveat this information with enjoy your car. That's the primary concern. All these things aren't going to make that much difference in the long run. All right, so we had referrals come back, so that's great to see. The current deal is that you get $700 off if you use a referral code, and the referrer earns $350 towards credits towards the online services. I'm sure most of the people watching here have already got a Tesla or another EV, so probably not going to get too many people taking this up. But if you do, there's my referral code there if you choose to use it. What I might do if I start getting a couple of people using it, I'll start using the members and getting their referral codes and promoting them for them. But look, I don't expect that many people will be needing a referral code on this channel. But just in case you do, there's one there. All right, that's the slides for tonight. Like I said, I expect it to be a quieter night, so we won't hang around too long unless anyone's got anything they want to chat about. Get back to watching the football. Certainly, if you're watching the replays, got any comments, put them in the comment section. Good to hear. Have you had a chance to try it out yet? Do you drive to Melbourne during the week as well? Oh, you're in Melbourne still, okay. Excellent. So you'll try EAP on the way back. Well, definitely I'd be interested to hear next week. Let us know how that all went. What your impressions are. You've just done the drive without EAP, and doing it the comparison will be good to hear because I've only ever used the full package myself. I know the lane changes definitely are a blessing, but I'll be interested to hear if you've done the same trip, pretty close together, one with autopilot, one with enhanced. I'm sure a lot of people will be interested to hear how the difference is. Yeah, it is. I know I've said this a number of times already, but just the lack of fatigue and that kind of stuff, it is fantastic. Definitely, I'll be doing another trip up to Brisbane in another month or so. So I'll definitely be making use of the autopilot there. All right, guys. Look, thanks for the guys that come on to the live. I know there's a lot going on and long weekends and football finals, etc. So I really appreciate it. Certainly understand those that are doing other things. If you do watch it, like I said, leave a comment in the comment section on the replay, and I'll be interested to see your thoughts on all those items. 10th of the 10th, obviously, is a big one. I'm interested to see what people think about that and what they predict. Other than that, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.